clean energy powering your entire home, even if there's a power outage in the entire city. That's exactly the problem Enphase Energy has set out to solve.
What's up, good people? It's Iram. Today, we're looking at how Enphase Energy is bringing clean energy to your homes. Enphase is a global clean energy tech company, and they deliver smart, easy-to-use energy solutions that manage solar energy generation, storage, and communication for residential homes, all in one easy-to-use platform. Let's jump into its products and business model. Enphase's core product is its solar microinverter. What is a microinverter, you ask? I'm gonna go a little technical here. So when sunlight hits the solar panels, the panel generates electricity in the form of DC power, direct current, and the inverter converts it to AC power, alternating current, which is the form of energy that powers your homes. Enphase has a wide variety of other products like their IQ battery for energy storage, a variety of microinverters, electric vehicle charging stations for your home, and a host of other accessories for your setup. Their latest IQ microinverter is capable of acting as its own power grid. If you combine their microinverter with some other Enphase products like the Envoy Combiner, which is a communications device, the Empower Switch, which acts as a switch between the main power grid and your house, the Encharge battery that holds all this electricity, and their monitoring tool called the Enlighten Cloud, you form the Enphase Ensemble, which is a revolutionary product because this can power your home in the event of a power outage just from solar energy. You can go to their website and get an estimate of how much it costs to install this in your home based on your specifications. And they have a really cool app that lets you monitor every single detail of your home power unit, from things like how much energy was generated today to how long you have left until the electricity runs out in your system. Their customers are installers, homeowners, and module partners, and they generate revenue from selling their products to these customers. Enphase was founded by Martin Fornage and Raghu Belur, two engineers looking to solve the energy infrastructure problem we have today. They were colleagues at the Seren Corp, an optical equipment maker. One day, Martin was in his ranch and he saw that his solar panels were not performing well because of the main central inverter. Typically, most array of solar panels have one central inverter, but he came up with the idea of having a microinverter for each panel, and he pitched this idea to Raghu, and this was right after the dot-com bubble. The two of them were looking to capitalize on this big idea, and they hired Paul Nahi to be their CEO. In 2006, Enphase Energy was born. Martin was the chief technology officer from 2006 to 2020. Him and his team were responsible for developing the main technology behind the IQ microinverter, which is their main product. Prior to Enphase, Martin spent 20 years designing power supplies, fiber optics, and wireless communication systems. He has an engineering degree from this university. I'm not really sure how to say the name, but it's a graduate school of computer science and engineering in France. Raghu has been in the forefront of building Enphase's integrated system for solar generation, storage, communication, and controls. Prior to Enphase, he was building high-speed optical communication systems for the Seren Corp. He has a master's degree in Texas A&M and an MBA from UC Berkeley. Enphase is the first company to commercialize a solar microinverter. In 2007, they raised $6 million in private equity, and in 2008, they launched their first IQ microinverter, the M175. Over the years, they created 8 generations of the IQ microinverter, and in 2012, they went public in the US stock exchange. And after all the progress they made, in 2021, Enphase would join the S&P 500. Enphase is in the home energy storage industry, and it's way more competitive than you'd think. This market is valued at $9.3 billion in 2021, and in 2028, it's expected to reach almost 38 billion. That's a compounded annual growth rate of more than 22%. If you don't know what that means, just know that this is a crazy growth, and the growth is attributed to these main 4 factors: declining cost of batteries, regulatory support, financial incentives from the government, and an increased climate awareness in developed countries. And the residential energy storage statistics show us that Asia is expected to be the fastest growing market in the coming decade. Some of their competitors include Samsung, Huawei, SolarCity, Siemens, and Schneider Electric. What's really cool about Enphase is they have a really cool culture playbook. This playbook talks about their purpose, their values, how they get work done, and how they get results. This entire playbook trend started from Netflix, and it's really cool to see other companies adopt the same. They have 6 core pillars of culture: core values, high performance, recruiting and retaining the best talent, openness and transparency, accountability and execution, and lastly, being a learning organization. Their core values are customer first, integrity, innovation, teamwork, and quality. Enphase hires for positions in engineering, product management, and operations all across the world, from the Netherlands, France, Germany, India, all the way to Australia, along with the US. If you want a technical role, such as an embedded systems engineer, they really value expertise in energy domain products, knowing hardware-software interface, and basic scripting skills. If you want a product-facing role, They want you to be the voice of the customer, translating their feedback into technical requirements, and managing relationships with external stakeholders and partners. You should check out their career page because they have a ton more positions to offer, and see what you like.
With that said, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my first ever video. Please let me know down in the comments what you think of Enphase Energy, and also what other company you want me to break down for you. And as always, break it down and keep it simple.